Hi everyone, Dr. Rob Kiltz, CNY Fertility, the Fertile Fireside Chat, 8 o'clock Sunday night. Welcome. Here to share some ideas and thoughts and support, answer questions. Hello. As I can. Erica Major, how you doing? Angela Ward, Sunny, Sean, and two others. Hello. Always a welcome to have everyone showing up and sharing. And CNY Fertility, yes, we're backwards, but I guess some people might say it's kind of an odd group and a lot of different things that we share each and every day. As you can see, we've got some fire going in upstate New York. Had a little bit of white stuff coming down on the ground. It's kind of cool, and we love winter. Hey, Justine. Hey, Will. How you doing, Patty? I got an amazing CNY Fertility team. Both in-house, out-of-house, the global embryology team's amazing. Our support teams are amazing, and it really is a challenge, this process. And if you haven't figured out, the phones are sometimes challenging, the texting, the just communicating, but you gotta hold a lot of patience and faith in the process, because this is a hard one, by the way. Hey, Kelly Phoenix, how you doing? Karen Harmer, how you doing? Jess Graham. April, how you doing? Megan, hello. Gonna get to some good questions. Hello, Tamara from Mississippi, always a pleasure. Mandy Black, hello. And a shout out and a wave from Dr. Rob, okay? Always to everyone, and remember, every day, use the power that's within all of us on this persistent, positive path. And all of those that are switching back between Sunday Night Football and the Fireside Chat, thanks for kind of weaving in and out. It's okay. Remember, we're live and we're recorded, so you can watch us later. And I know a Sunday Night Football is not too much longer. Let's see. Hey, Patty. Let's see. A miscarriage in my first round, added Neupogen in my last transfer. It didn't work. How important is it to add it again? So, I always say, if what you did didn't work, doesn't mean you shouldn't do it again. But this is where making sure you're looking at, have you had a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy? Look for silent endometriosis. Have you done the 1 month of either Lupron or Orlissa plus letrozole? And if the Neupogen's not working, don't forget Plaquenil, Prograf, higher doses of prednisone. Don't forget the Lovenox higher doses. And we've got I've got my big lists out there, and we're getting them on the web. We've managed to get the family building guide up top, and I'm going to get the Kiltz's Keto Cure, and also get my add-ons on there. We had a loss in our family. Pat Mooney's mom passed, and we're so grateful for everything Mooney Marketing has done for us. So always gratitude, attitude to so many behind the scenes people helping in the process. So again, Neupogen, you might try some Neupogen wash, and don't forget the PRP and HCG washes to all of that. And look at guys, Kiltz's Keto is a home run, and I recommend it for everyone. It's a very low carb, high fat, medium protein. Get rid of the fiber, the fruit, the vegetables. I know it doesn't make sense, but I will bet $1 billion lettuce is deadly and the cause of cancer, by the way. Jennifer, how many embryos should we expect from 6 frozen donor eggs? You're going to get anywhere between 1 to 3, but 2 is the number that we're always looking for. If we can get more than that, we're always in a good spot there. Hello, Janet from Ohio. Always a pleasure, and your hubby. God bless you guys. And again, keep the questions coming. There's a PCOS question. Polycystic ovarian syndrome, metabolic syndrome, pre-diabetes. It's a disease caused by years of a high-carb, low-fat diet. It's a crazy one, by the way. And let's see if I can get back and find the question. When I zip through these sometimes a little quick, Robin Lagunas, 32, awesome. Hello, Beth from Kansas. Let's see. And again, Tamika, if you guys are watching some football, all power to you. With Dr. Lutheringer and Dr. Corley, I watched Alabama and LSU. Always a lot of fun. And, you know, it brings camaraderie and building of relationships and friendships. And we go a little crazy when we watch that stuff, don't we? Let's see. Sarah Atkinson Knuckles. Why 1 month of Lupron? So the Lupron plus the letrozole reduces the endometriosis inflammation. So it's either Lupron or Orlissa, and I'm doing 200 milligrams of Orlissa or the 375 one shot plus the letrozole 5 milligrams. It helps reduce silent endometriosis, okay? So that's why. Go Steelers from Pittsburgh. Hey, Judy, how you doing? Let's see. April, coming to Syracuse on Friday for DNC. My lining is too thick. Last year it was perfect. Ended with my fresh 3-day transfer. Perfect little girl. All right. Question is, why would my lining continue to grow on Provera? Listen, this is the craziness to the human body. Why does anything happen opposite than what we want? I don't know exactly, but we're going to do everything we can to get that moving forward, by the way. All right, Jessica Stippling, how you doing? Alicia Deal, hello. Ryan, how you doing? Retnauer, hello, you guys. Let's see, Zaumara, I would like to use a surrogate, but again, another obstacle cause I cannot afford it. So, find a friend, a family member, or a stranger who wants to donate their uterus to help you have a baby. Put it out there on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Facebook, all right? Let's see. Making sure. ERA testing, what all does this tell you? So the whole idea of the ER testing, Hobbs onward, let's see. So basically the ERA is a biopsy while you're on either estrogen plus progesterone, or you're on whatever the protocol we're going to do is for a frozen embryo transfer. It tells us whether or not the timing of that transfer is in the right spot. So it might adjust it backwards or forward 12 to 24 hours and may hit it. It's not something we're telling everyone should have it, but is just another one of those things, part of the process that may help, by the way. The crazy virus that was loving my body has finally moved on mostly. Got a little bit, but all right. Let's see. Kim, Flippin. All right. Your daughter's doing IVF. How many embryos will be implanted? We recommend 1 embryo in the majority of cases. We might consider 2. If you're over 42, we might consider 3. But really, it's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Going to give you the best odds, by the way. And don't give up in the process, by the way. And don't forget, slow it down to cool it down, because heating it up with exercise is going to damage your sperm, eggs, embryos, and environment, by the way. And remember, Kiltz is keto. And don't forget Miss Emmerich, Miss Maria Emmerich. I think she's going to Paris. T and I just got back from Paris. Awesome. Emmerich Keto, I know it's backwards. But look at our magazine. Again, go to cnrifertility.com. At the top or the very bottom is another link. The bottom link on the front page of the website. Download it there, because then you can upload it into either Kindle or I think into another PDF file that you can hold on to it. All right. Keto, 34 down in 3 months tomorrow. Awesome. I want to tell everyone, it's for everyone. It doesn't matter, infertility, but it'll get rid of hypertension, diabetes in many cases, irritable bowel colitis, done. You feel amazing. All right. Hey, Kayla, how you doing? Ricky, pleasure. Find the Kiltz Keto. Okay, so if you go to the backwards again, it's Dr. Kiltz's Keto Cure, but basically Kiltz's Keto, bacon, eggs, butter, beef, ice cream, 1 meal a day at night. My ice cream is 1 pint of cream, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of white sugarcane sugar, and 2 tablespoons of vanilla. Amazing, by the way. It makes you feel the very best. So just go to Dr. Kiltz, look at our website, look at drkiltz.com, and you can go there. A lot of Marie Emmerich stuff are wonderful. I tend to be much more carnivore. Lioness and lions, that's what we are. Erect on two legs, eyes in front because we're hunters and gatherers, but we're not grazing animals on all four. As a vegan or vegetarian, still one meal a day, cook your carbs well, get rid of the spices, and add some form of fat. Coconut, hemp seed oil, olive oil a little bit, but I'm a butter and cream. That's where the home run is. Oh, and Dr. Luther Ingram made Dr. Corley and I some really great ribeye steaks, baked potato with lots of butter and sour cream. Home run. All right. Let's see. All right. Third time's the charm, Janet. I know it. Okay. Let's see. Bring the heat on, everyone. 11 weeks, Jessica, and share the successes. And when it's not working, we're all sending support and love to everyone. We must keep it going. All right. State of patient. Can you talk about out-of-step patients in the process? Danny Krause. Well, basically, we take care of you from everywhere in the globe. Our global team is amazing. Both our nurses and our docs and our practitioners all work together. We're really working that more and more of our nurses and practitioners can help get you in the system. Basically, get your basic data into the EIVF system. Talk more about, hey, are you doing IUI or IVF, or are you looking at natural? Do you need surgery for possible endometriosis? And are you using donor eggs or donor embryos? But basically the process is simple. You get a basic consultation from one of our practitioners or nurses, and then we'll get you in the system, we'll give you our recommendations, and then from there we'll order your medications, get your baselines, and get you going. It really works out easier than anyone ever imagined. 2 months of Orlissa and letrozole period is 1 week late, pregnancy test negative. Get a baseline ultrasound and blood work, really what you want to do. After the month or two of letrozole plus Orlissa or Lupron, get a baseline ultrasound right away. Then we get you going right away for a transfer. Don't wait. When my team says call it the period, say Dr. Kiltz said get a baseline ultrasound before I stop these meds. That's it, by the way. I've been on keto since September on the immune protocol. Can you please talk on this? Daniel Reese 20. So let's see. I'm on the keto. Awesome. Kiltz is keto, Emmer keto. In my opinion about keto, you don't need to measure your ketones. It's basically high fat, low carb, 1 meal a day, maybe 2. Make dinner the best meal, no more than that. The immune process is basically the cause of every disease is immunologic. Cancer, heart disease, Crohn's, irritable bowel, arthritis. I'll go down the list. Alzheimer's, dementia, many of the eye problems. My sister Maria, God bless her soul, died of heart disease, basically from diabetes since she was age 4. And I can tell you the recommendations of the American Diabetic Association to most doctors is lots of fruits and vegetables, lean meats, and take your insulin, which I believe is the contributing factor to a lot of this. But basically, inflammation is caused by the diet we're eating, and we need to slow it down and stop eating all the healthy fruits and vegetables because they're not. But the immune protocol and my sort of third stage immune protocol, first is aspirin, prednisone, a mild antibiotic. Don't forget keto, low dose naltrexone, LDN, and CBD oil. We're also recommending omega-3 fatty acids, the Theromegas, the Ovasitol, and the Ovavite for women. And for guys, it's pretty much the same, except it's the Conception XR and the ubiquinol, by the way, CoQ10. And then when you're getting up to higher grade immune protocols, it's higher dose of prednisone, intralipids weekly, Lovenox, Plaquenil, Prograf, Neupogen, and even human growth hormone. And don't forget acupuncture, light therapy, meditation, prayer, and journaling in a positive way, by the way. But if you download the CNY Fertility Family Building Guide, which is on the website, CNY Fertility, right on the front page, either the top, but go down to the bottom. I think it's a better link. I'm trying to get them to put, my team's going to put on this week or next the front pages of both the magazines. Don't forget to look at the Fertile Secret. That really is about all the same stuff we're talking about in this, by the way. Third transfer, second frozen after failed miscarriage, 5 years trying, feeling hopeless. Jackie, I know it's really, really, really hard. We will all want to be supportive. And don't forget Erin McCullough's Fertile Hope Yoga. She's awesome. Check it out. Sign up for it. It's really helpful that you're connecting in a way. We're really grateful for all the things that Erin's done for us over the years. But in order to help with those losses, don't forget, talk to your OBGYN doctor or your fertility doctor about laparoscopy, hysteroscopy for endometriosis. They say, oh, you don't have any. But remember, infertility and repetitive losses, and in my opinion, even chromosomal abnormalities to the fetus or the embryo is caused by inflammation, by the way. Let's see. Husband, I couldn't thank you. Again, grateful to everyone for everything that you're sharing. Lots of love and kisses and hugs to everyone. And thank you for the positive shout out and the likes and the loves all the time. Do you suggest any vitamins to rise your AMH? Jennifer Howard, hello, hello, hello. So remember, inflammation, mitochondria, ubiquinol, DHEA, and Kiltz's Keto are king. I've seen Kiltz's Keto turn around AMH and reduce FSH all day long. I've seen no eggs from IVF, do my diet, suddenly pregnancy and delivery. I know it sounds like it's wrong, but I'm still betting $1 billion that lettuce, fruits, and vegetables and fiber are deadly for us and the cause of cancer and most of our diseases. So I know it's crazy, but I'm going to keep at it. I'm not going to lose this one, by the way. The Ovasitol reduces the glucose and insulin, so that's good for improving AMH. DHEA, 50 to 75 milligrams a day will help. I personally think CBD oil, again, I'm not giving you from any data, but again, another anti-inflammatory. I think it's helpful. Get off the treadmill. Get off the jogging, running, biking, heating up the body. That's powerful. And high fat, low carb, Kiltz's Keto is best. Emmerich Keto is in line, so don't give up in this process, by the way. All right, thoughts on fresh transfer with frozen PESA sample. Fresh and frozen transfers do well, by the way. They're nearly equivalent. Day 3 versus day 5. Ultimately, there's not that much difference. But if you think you're going to take your day 3s to day 5 or 6 and they don't make it, you don't get a transfer. They're always better in your uterus, by the way. I do a lot of day 3s. We do a lot of, even some day 2s, but we do a lot of day 5 and 6s and a lot of PGS. My general recommendation on PGS, PGTA testing, back to the, okay, here we go. Remember, the soccer ball, right? I know it, you can tell what I do with this soccer ball. I don't kick it around the yard at all, but basically, if you take a biopsy from any spot on the cell around the embryo, you're going to get trophectoderm, which basically may be incorrect, and it's not the fetus inside the blastomere. By the way. So it's just not exact enough in my opinion, although there's some value and we're here to help if you want to do it in one way or another. And Veronica, thank you for shouting out the staff. Listen, they're amazing. It's a hard journey even for them. You know the emotions that we're all living each day in your homes, in my homes, all our homes. Emotions are flowing like the biggest waves of the ocean, and you got to somehow go up and down with them and be part of the process. Let's see here. How can you help with PCOS with infertility? So remember, CNY Fertility and CNY Preserve, they're really one being. We're here to preserve your future fertility. We're here to create fertility for you, whether it's natural, IUI or IVF or donor eggs or donor embryos or donor sperm or using a surrogate. PCOS, remember, is a metabolic disorder caused by a high plant-based diet. Remember, plants have an infinite number of phytochemicals, infinite number of phytochemicals that basically are the chemicals that are made as herbal medicine and herbal poisons, but we're eating them in amounts that I don't think we even understand, but spices are deadly. So I don't know where I was going with that, but basically we want to get rid of the plants that are damaging us in too much volume, variety, and frequency. Less is best, and add the fat. That reduces inflammation for metabolic syndrome. We use a lot of ovasitol, also a little bit of metformin. I tend to use 500 milligrams as a starting dose and see how you do with that. And that's where letrozole and or Clomid come in. We use a lot of letrozole. I think it works a little nicer, better pregnancy rates, and better tolerated. But in some cases, you may need a little bit of injectables to hit the button on getting those ovaries to mature the eggs. But sometimes it makes too many eggs, and you either have to cancel the cycle or make sure you're doing an IVF cycle, by the way. Right. LAP and ERA, but transfers still aren't sticking, even though things look good on paper. Full immune, full immune, full immune. And then sometimes, remember, it might be a month of the Orlissa, Lupron, and the letrozole for that immune protocol enhancement. But this is where the fourth stage of immune treatment, which includes leukocyte immunotransfusion. A shout out to Mike Vero at Markham Fertility in Toronto. Awesome. This is where IVIG, Humira come in also for a little bigger guns in all of this. We do some testing if you want. My belief is we all have inflammation, and you have infertility due to inflammation. The Alan Beer Center, Kwak Kim, and Dr. Andrea Vidali, previously Dr. Braverman, which we loved so much, and sorry for his passing. Remember, we're all on this amazing journey, and we're all going to go at some point. Let's do the best we can to find joy in it. If you haven't read The Mind is the Master by James Allen, you must. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, and don't forget the Fertile Secret by Dr. Rob Kiltz. That's just kind of adding some stuff to help us every single day. But yeah, I would do that. And sometimes you have to think about a surrogate. And we've used a surrogate and the intended parent transfers, and everyone gets pregnant. It's kind of an interesting one. All right. Let's see. We can't wait to see everyone, by the way. Only tube is blocked. Can't afford IVF here. So close to give up, Stacy. This is a hard journey. I'm staying in the game. This is a very challenging and hard journey, but I am in it and staying in it. Do not give up. Have faith in that higher power called nature or God, whatever you want to call it, to stay in, and the help will show up when you don't even know it. Does the process of IVF can be done to a surrogate? Yes, we do surrogates at CMI fertility locations everywhere. It's legal, but the contracts in New York aren't upheld yet, but we do them all day long. So don't forget that. Do you think I should go a retrieval and then a fresh transfer next month? I'm on my cycle now, and Moses wants a September baby, so next month would be a good one. So we should get you going right away, Amanda. And listen, from everyone from Washington State, Oregon, California, Alaska, Hawaii, and let's get down to Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Wisconsin, Michigan, to everyone out there at every state. And I'm sorry I'm not going down the list completely, but really thankful to everyone that everyone's part of the process. Let's see, Luke Block, have an appointment coming up January in Albany with Susan. She's awesome. 39, 2 IUIs, unsuccessful, low AMH. Is what can I do to improve? What are the real chances? All right, remember, Kiltz is keto, number one. Get off the treadmill and slow it down. Look towards maybe some light therapy, some acupuncture, massage. That's going to help. DHEA, 50 to 75 milligrams a day. CoQ10, fish oil, folic acid, Ovavite, and Ovasitol. Most important, keto, 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 keto. And then 1 to 2 months of human growth hormone plus a little bit of low-dose estrogen is going to help improve your AMH. And in some cases, talk to your local docs about a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy. We need to get you going right away for a stimulation and possible an IVF. But remember, we do a discounted donor egg cycle if you've done an IVF cycle one time. So we'll help you with that if you want to do an add-on. Don't give up. And real chances, remember, what are the chances that we're even alive? That is the most amazing thing ever in the universe. You have to believe in miracles and the mystery of all this. Because I've seen plenty of people suddenly just conceive when they thought, no way, my AMH is too low, my FSH is too high, it's never going to happen. Be, you know what, doo-doo. It may not be so true. And if you have faith, hold that faith, don't let it go ever. Read something positive, uplifting every day. Start the day and end the day with that positivity. Don't forget that, by the way. But they said I had 3 different monosomies. How do you make that decision to transfer which someone tells you that they're incompatible with life? I don't believe anyone can say that. If they biopsy this cell's over here and they said I'm no good, they're going to throw me away. It's not accurate enough. I've transferred abnormal embryos and abnormal babies. So how many embryos do we transfer that were never tested? And how many people are having babies and never having them tested? It's not that accurate in my opinion. So they're your embryos. You decide if you want to take the risk and transfer them, but you got to risk life. That's what it's all about. We're here to make and take risks. Without it, nothing happens, by the way. Hey, Brittany Harris, how you doing? Link up potential patients with surrogates yet. Rachel, we need to create the CNY Fertility Facebook surrogacy donation plan. Hey, you know, people give up kidneys and other organs and bone marrow and blood. We are here to make it affordable, accessible for everyone. And you guys are all part of the team. We're all together on this team. Even if you're watching Sunday Night Football, come on back when you want. Even watch us for reruns. But we're all part of the team, by the way. And we have to have cheerleaders and coaches and all sorts of coaches in the whole process. We're all part of the team. Remember that. Stage 4 endo is something you have to live with. I have had 2 laps and bad each time. We'll keep having. Okay, number 1. Endometriosis is caused by a standard American diet, high plant-based. I bet $1 billion on that one. It all forms a compost heap in the colon, which is causing gas and heat and alcohol and aldehydes. It's trashing your pelvis. I'll bet it can be cured by simply doing all the things we talk about. But don't forget the letrozole or Lissa or Lupron, maybe, but Kiltz is keto, all the same things we talk about to reduce inflammation. And don't forget CNY CBD, and don't forget the low-dose naltrexone. But you got to remind the nurses, I didn't get my LDN. Could you please make sure you order it? All right, remember, naloxone, naltrexone, low-dose. Just look up LDN for inflammation, the low-dose naltrexone. Phil Boyle in Ireland has been using it forever. Really great results, even while you're pregnant. And remember, Kiltz is keto when you're pregnant. You stay on it. Do not get away from it. Plants are deadly for babies. That's my belief. They contain a tremendous amount of bacteria and yeast, phytochemicals, mycotoxins. When you just begin to read about mycotoxins and how this stuff is deadly for us, you'd be quite amazed, by the way. All right. I do not encourage vegetables in a ketogenic diet, but that said is you can do them if you cook them well to kill the bacteria and the yeast and micronize them, add the fat, and that's really it. Amazingly, remember, amino acids and simple sugars both go to the liver and are converted to fat, where when you eat fat, it never goes to the liver. It goes right to the lymphatics, distributed everywhere, because fat is the only fuel for the human miracle machine I call the Ferrari. You and I are Ferraris or Lamborghinis or whatever you want to be. That's your special, most expensive and valuable thing. But remember, You are the most expensive, valuable thing ever in the universe. So, stage endo, like inflammation, like if you haven't watched the movie, the Magic Pill, I highly recommend it. And check out Marie Emmerich's stuff. She's amazing. This stuff on keto, and I'm a carnivore keto, but occasionally I have French fries or potatoes. Occasionally I have bread with a lot of butter. It's usually sourdough, but not very frequently, by the way. And always, always for everyone's shout outs and love and likes, everything. Remember, we're the team together, and we have to hold faith for everyone. All right. Ebinolua, which is better, 1 or 2 embryo transfer? One is better. Hey, John Leahy, how you doing? A pleasure. Jen Wosoki, transferring tomorrow, Albany. Can the uterine lining get too thick? No, 15 is fine. 18 is fine. I'm finding more and more those larger linings are good, by the way, but you're going to start off maybe at a 6 or a 7 or an even 8 sometimes. I think we're too crazy about those thickness. In low carb diet and fasting for many years already, only eat organic meat. Grass-fed meat is the best, but don't forget lamb and pork. I'm not a big chicken fan, but I do 1 meal a day at night. I don't exercise. 8 to 10 years of this, it's amazing. My irritable bowel bleeding went away, arthritis, dermatitis, even my Raynaud's went away. Migraine's gone. I believe that asthma, epilepsy, seizure disorders, all of this is related plant-based diet, my friends. And again, it's a high plant variety, lots of spices, deadly for us. All right, 39 AMH, 0.38, 2 unsuccessful IUIs. What can I do to improve my AMH from 0.38 up? I don't have PCOS, no high estrogen, so my inositol still, yes, I still think the problem is a metabolic syndrome, which is a high carb intake. Remember, if you're eating 3 meals a day, mostly carbs, you're secreting glucose into your bloodstream all day and all night, which ultimately increases your glucose and insulin levels, which I believe there's no such thing as insulin resistance. It's incorrect. But basically, our body gets glycation, which is rust from glucose. It's most amazing. And if you haven't read Thomas Seyfried's book, Cancer is a Metabolic Disorder, and the Warburg effect by Otto Warburg, you'd be quite amazed. But these things will help improve your AMH more than anything I've ever learned. Intermittent feasting, I call it, rather than intermittent fasting. Intermittently fasting means I intermittently don't eat. Well, guess what? You want to intermittently eat once a day, at most 2, but the biggest meal is just before you go to sleep, to rest and digest, so that, remember, the bowels, the only function of the bowels, really the majority, is to take the complex stuff, micronize it, so your body can utilize it for energy. And your energy is fat, and that is it. I know, crazy. Unequal follicle growth. Jessica, unequal follicle growth is natural and normal. You cannot make it equal because your ovaries and eggs and follicles are in all sorts of different stages. And in order to catch it just right, if you know that answer, please share it with all of us. But I think that people have tried Lupron and birth control pill. I don't like the birth control pill. I think it's bad. And Ken and Chelsea, we're going to get you there, by the way. Don't give up. My one concept here is, remember, laparoscopy, hysteroscopy reduces inflammation. Kiltz's keto is kick-ass. I'm a big proponent of day 3 transfers, a full immune protocol, and no PGS. That's not to say I don't do them. I do a lot of them. We'll give you the recommendations based on your story, not based on what you read on the internet that says to do this, and we're not. But remember, if you want to do something that you want to do, we'll do it. But if you want our expertise from many, many years between Dr. Grossman, Dr. Ditkoff, Dr. Corley, Dr. Chang, Dr. Luther, and myself, an amazing, amazing team. And the nursing team has been doing this for a long, 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 long time, by the way. Discounts for second round IVF. Remember, $3,900 is the discount. already that's the biggest cash discount you'll get any place. And I'm holding at that. You know, if that's the discount. And if you do 3 at 39 and you stand your payments, and or we may be limited to those who pay the 39, you get the fourth for $9.50. But I can't tell you that's going to continue. But my job is affordability, quality, and access for everyone. No matter your size, your shape, your gender, or your non-gender, you're a human being that needs help in this process. We're here. Remember, whether you have repetitive losses, genetic abnormalities, or not pregnant at all, or no partner, you need either eggs, sperm, or embryos, or a uterus, remember, we're here to help you in this process. Let's see. Alprecia, hello. Primary male factor, what causes failed embryos? What is the next step in our failed cycles? Okay, remember, it's always the egg, it's always the sperm, it's always the embryo, and it's always the uterine environment. Those are the things that we need to work on all the time. This is where Emmerich keto, Kiltz's keto, slow it down, meditation, prayer, visualization. Don't forget the vision board. Put the vision board up. That's what you want to do to help and make the process better. I know it's all crazy, isn't it? And we all want to jump off every day. We all have problems, and troubles are the treasures. And when you find something really positive to read every day, you'll help you in this journey, because it's hard. But failed embryos, it's either bad egg, bad sperm, bad embryo, bad uterine environment. And we're going to work on it in all levels. My everything list, this is my other everything list. Oh, and don't forget the antihistamine protocol for transfers, which is Pepsin, Claritin, and Benadryl. But big list. Aspirin, prednisone, doxycycline, intralipids, Lovenox, Neupogen, human growth, plaquenil-prograf, Humira, IVIG, hysteroscopy, laparoscopy, PRP, HCG, Neupogen washes, metformin or lisovastal, antihistamine protocol, mentioned that. Ovavite, LDN, CBD, keto, Kiltz, keto, remember. Yoga, Tai Chi, light and easy. Go for a walk with your partner. Spend time with your partner. Get on the couch and be a potato for a little bit anyway. And, let's see. Modern Love. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really good. And Miss T and I today went and saw, what was it? A Jojo Rabbit. Oh, sad and good. All right. That's kind of a good one, by the way. And guys, slow it down. Remember, beer, spirits, alcohol, wine is all deadly for the human Ferrari. If you wouldn't give it to a toddler or an infant, it's not good for us. Okay, so from time to time, but if you're having it every day and I think it's healthy for you, no way, Jose. All right, let's see. I got a hello from Memphis. Memphis Natural, all the locations amazing. Thank you. Dr. Ditkoff, thank you for being an amazing doctor. Dr. Grossman, Justine and your team, just everyone there is doing amazing. And I know I forget to mention people, please forgive me. We're all there and amazing. I'm grateful. Waiting list like for Albany and Syracuse. There's only a preparation list, okay? Let's not call it a waiting list. Remember, you're already in the system if you're here. Get reading and read them thoroughly, by the way, right? And then start listening and looking at the blogs. Check out my TEDx talk on the Ferrari, the human Ferrari. But we'll get you in as quick as we can to talk to someone, but you're listening and learning. You already know I'm ready to do IVF. I've had my laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, my HSG, a sperm count. I've done a metabolic profile, a genetic profile for both me and my partner, if you're bringing in a partner with both egg and sperm. And we're here to do everything we can. We're on keto in some way, if it's Emmerich keto, Kiltz's keto, if you're on a vegan keto or a vegetarian keto, whichever you're choosing, we're here to help. But remember, this is a preparation list, not a waiting list. And just keep on asking and we'll get you in as quick as we can, by the way. HSG will probably be the most successful thing you do. Oh, so remember, we do a lot of hysterosalpingograms. If we can add some oil contrast, I'm maybe going to add in the oil contrast for an add-on charge for a little bit of a flush out of the tubes. That helps so many people get pregnant, by the way. Let's see. Why birth control is bad, even like for 10 prime to keep follicles at bay. Listen, in some cases we'll use it, but rarely. This is where estrogen, low dose, human growth hormone, maybe some Lupron, but typically, occasionally we'll do the birth control pill, but overall I don't really love it. But lovely 2889 we do love. Lupus, 3 failed cycles, any advice? Okay, talk to your rheumatologist. Lupus, it's an inflammatory condition, high plant-based diet. Remember, noodles and celery juicing, and remember, lettuce is sugar. It's nature's toilet paper. It's deadly, my friends. I know it's crazy, but I'll bet $1 billion on it. It really is Plaquenil, Prograf, IVIG, Humira. Those are the things we'll look towards in order to really get you to the next level. And don't forget laparoscopy, hysteroscopy for endometriosis. Monica, Micah, how you doing? Let's see. And thank you everyone for helping answer some of my questions. Both my team, I'm appreciative, and all of you guys, meaning that the in-house team and the Facebook and Instagram teams. I'm looking maybe to do some live streaming on YouTube also coming up, and trying to get everything to my YouTube page. Natasha, we'll see you on Tuesday. Let's see. Only eat 1 meal a day. Do you drink? I drink water mostly, coffee. I might occasionally have a little bit of salami in the afternoon if they bring it to my office, a little bit of dark chocolate, but I really work hard. It's something that I had to train for it. I used to eat 3 meals a day, but now 1 is the most amazing thing I've ever done. You don't need to fill up your Ferrari 5 times a day. It doesn't make any sense. And then race it around to burn off the energy. No way. Bad for us. 1 meal a day. Remember, our bodies need lots of oxygen. Water's good, but don't drown yourself in it. A lot less than you think. And 1 meal is the best in my opinion. Follicle ultrasound count accurate. It's not always accurate, by the way. Our job when we do a retrieval is to drain every single follicle to work to get every single egg for you and do everything we can. I'm really pushing Lupron trigger with a little bit of HCG for as many people as we can. So if they say, you should all have both Lupron and HCG for trigger, by the way, especially my Albany team, I got to push them a little bit, but you may not be taking 10,000, by the way. All right. Still get pregnant after removal of a 5 centimeter fibroid. Yes, yes, yes. We do a lot of laparoscopic myomectomies, hysteroscopic myomectomies. I've seen so many people suddenly get pregnant simply by removing those fibroids. I know it seems crazy. You are at risk for scar tissue, but you're at greater risk and benefit of getting pregnant and having a baby. So I think fibroids are another indication of chronic intra-abdominal inflammation. Remember, the abdomen is a bag full of shit, you know that, doo-doo, and by reducing the quantity, and remember, all the plant material is composting and making smelly bad stuff. It's bad for us. Get rid of the fibroids and endo and scar tissue. Let's see, Gay Tanges, how you doing? 14, PCOS, 23, and 5 years of infertility. Suggest day 3 or day 5 transfer for us. So typically, if you have more embryos, we're pushing to day 5 or 6. If you have 4 to 5, we're usually pushing a day 3. If you have 5 or more, certainly 6 or more, we're pushing more to a day 5 or 6. But if previously you didn't blast well, do a day 3. I've seen so much benefit, by the way. And Cassie Lennox, see you in April. Don't give up. You're learning. Remember, all this stuff is food, mana for the mind and the mouth, which will change the body and make it rock solid, amazing. And you'll feel the very best. And suddenly there's so many people pregnant simply from the conversation. Kiltz is keto, Emmerich keto. It's a home run in so many ways. Let's see. Do for unequal follicle growth. Again, it may be a little bit of priming, but you keep going, and that's a natural one. Do IVF follicle ultrasounds count accurate? well, let's see, count accurate. It's not exact. It doesn't always tell you exactly how many eggs you're going to get, but it's a good number. It depends on the ultrasonographer also. But we like to see at least 3 mature follicles, 16 or greater, 50% greater than 14. But the only way you know if you're going to get a good outcome is to do a retrieval and make embryos. That's it. All right. My body doesn't respond well to IVT medicine. What would be wrong? In vitro. So don't forget natural cycles and mini. We're doing a lot more natural mini cycles. Some people don't well with the high dose stim. We go to low dose or standard. But if it's not working well, that's when you need to start looking at possibly doing donor eggs, donor embryos in the process. But IUIs, I've seen plenty of people that fail IVF, go back to IUI, bingo, or get a natural pregnancy. Don't give up in the process, by the way. Let's see. So again, we're not using the birth control pill. We're starting with your cycle, but you can even start in a luteal cycle, by the way, in the process. But we're not using the birth control for PrEP. We're using keto, LDN, CBD, meditation, yoga, prayer. All these things are part of the process. Feel hungry after a while. That's right. So, Sarah, thanks everyone for sharing. But basically, if you eat high fat, it satiates you. If you haven't read Gary Taubes, this man wrote the Bible for this process, understanding good calories, bad calories. Gary Taubes, I highly recommend you audio the book. It'll teach you so much. But I read it, and tore it apart. Remember, ketogenic diets are not what you think they are. It's really, the intention here is to reduce the total load of food in the gut so that you have less sugar going into the bloodstream and you really will feel better. The real keto is a low sugar environment in the bloodstream. Fat is always there. You always have fat. And remember, high fat, high cholesterol is made in the liver, by the way. All right, about 10 minutes to go. Thanks, everyone. Let's see, make sure I'm getting some good stuff here. Penny. A baby aspirin, a few days. Not sure this is a question. Sorry if I'm hunting a little bit, by the way. So we use a lot of baby aspirin. One of the problems with aspirin early in pregnancy, it may actually cause some subchorionic hematomas. Sometimes we're pulling it back and adding it again. But it's a little bit of a game in and out. And you may need progesterone longer, but don't forget keto and a lot of these medications for the immune protocol, I'm recommending to use longer and longer. Hey, hello, Rachel Agbo, how you doing? How much CBD oil? So in the 500 to 1,000 milligrams, it's 1 to 2 dropper fills, 1 to 2 times a day. Start with once a day, then go to 2 once a day. And if you're doing well on that, you might up it. But the problem is that what's the measurement for the right doses? We don't really have that. I'd say 1 to 2 dropper fulls a day is a good start, by the way. Embryo glue, I don't know. We have it, we use it, we offer it. Embryo glue, acupuncture, PRP, HCG, and Neupogen washes. A lot of these add-ons aren't well defined how successful they are. That's the problem. And that's like, well, what should I do? Whatever you want to do, because we're all reading everything on Dr. Google. We learn a lot from that, by the way. Don't give up. CoQ10 and DHEA during FET. Yes. Pregnancy, we usually stop. Polyps and uterus can be a cause of blockage of the fallopian tubes. Yes. Still have a sexual IVF after removal. For sure, menin. Let's see. So that's why I recommend a lot of hysteroscopy DNCs. Even if you can't see on the HSG of the saline sonogram, the laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, or at least a hysteroscopy, either in our office or somewhere else, we do them a lot. We do it a lot at the time of retrieval. I think it could be really helpful, by the way. How's everyone doing? A shout out. Thanks for sticking with us. And if you're back from the football, great. But if you've had enough, enjoy, by the way. It's always a pleasure. Boy, Jessica, again, it's really a good question. Unequal follicle growth. Some people put you on Lupron, estrogen, birth control pills, but I haven't seen good improvement with all of that, by the way. MTHFR, Marcel, good one. So MTHFR testing, great, but we're treating most everyone with methylfolate in the Ovavite, which is what you treat it with, plus aspirin and Lovenox and a little steroid. And of course, keto, I think, is critical. And don't forget, most of the helpful vitamins and minerals are in fatty meat, by the way. Let's see. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing? It's always a pleasure. Mary, how you doing? Do IUIs versus I've heard a lot of IUIs fail with PCOS. All right. A lot of people fail with sex, but they're here and they keep trying and keep doing it, by the way. Don't give up on that. But both IUIs and sex and IVF all help work in this process. Which is the right one for you today? We'll help discuss that, but no one knows that right answer. Don't give up, by the way. All right. Baby dust for everyone. Is IVF worth it over 40? IVF is worth it at any age, pretty much. You don't know. I don't know. Over 45, that's a tough one. But no one knows that absolute answer, by the way. So we have to take it individually. A small 2-centimeter cyst on my left ovary, is that going to be a problem for retrieval? Not at all, by the way. It should be not when we'll drain those cysts at the time. Lee Blook, how you doing? Like closet shop. Hysteroscopy, I was told, could cause more scar tissue and not mess with unless, listen, hysteroscopies in general, like laparoscopies, are not there to cause more damage and disease. They're here to help find it and cure it and remove it. We've seen lots of success. So we do a lot of them, and I don't think they're causing more problems. Vitamin D supplement. If your vitamin D is less than 30, vitamin D, remember, it's in the Ovavite and in the Ovavite for sure. And so, and remember, fatty meat contains vitamin D. That's the best. And remember, a high plant-based diet causes inflammation. It just takes it all out of your body. That's the problem. I think it's that high plant-based diet. A lot of vegetables, fruit, and fibers are deadly. Plant phytochemicals, mycotoxins, bacteria and yeast, and don't forget the fiber that ferments in the gut, alcohol, aldehyde, methane gas. It's deadly for all of us, by the way. How we doing? Everyone good? Healthy uterine environment, all about. Remember, what you put in your mind and your mouth, it flows everywhere in your body and causes disease. Remember, stressful mind, worrisome mind, cortisol, epinephrine, that's not good for your core organs. Running, it's not good for your core organs. Heating up the body, not good for your core organs. That's why cool it down. Antiphospholipid syndrome. Very good question, Melissa. So remember, phospholipids are the cell layers. Remember, they're the shells around all cells. It keeps us together. Without them, we're dead. Phospholipids. Antiphospholipid syndrome are all the antigen-antibody interactions due to what you consume getting embedded in every phospholipid layer you have. And so this is where Kiltz is keto, Emmerich keto, slowing it down. This is where getting rid of all those antigens. This is where Lovenox, Plaquenil, Prograf, Neupogen, Prednisone, or dexamethasone, acupuncture, light therapy, massage, chiropractic, all those are helpful. And even hyperbaric oxygen may be helpful, by the way. 39, never been pregnant. How do I improve the quality of my eggs? Count is low. All right. Jen, everything women's sharing, it's all about the mind and the mouth and the Ferrari that you are and what you put in it, right? DHEA, keto, slow it down, cool it down. And this is where human growth hormone and maybe a low-dose mini protocol, letrozole 10, FSH 150, or a natural cycle may come into play here, by the way. All right. General blood work panel prior to IVF. CBC, metabolic, liver, kidney function. You may want to look at a genetic profile, chromosome profile, but they're not required. They may be just recommended. Really, technically, you need nothing in this process. You can go ahead, but we might find, oh my God, your AMH is so low. Maybe you need a month or two of priming. Well, everyone needs to, remember, this is a prime time, as in this conversation, a prime preparation to prepare the body for fertility. Men and women both need to do it. Remember, tobacco, alcohol, drugs, vaping are deadly for our bodies. And the gerbil wheel of exercise is bad for us, by the way. Because my phone, 22 days late, still getting negative tests, accurate uterus, ultrasound and blood, Mrs. Ducharme. Get your ultrasound and blood test. That'll help us identify exactly where you're at in the process. Light weights, by the way, are okay. Pilates, light. Go for a walk. Light, cool yoga. That's the way to move the body. But painting, pottery, music. I play a little guitar. I sent my daughter a little guitar, happy birthday. Pilar, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to my daughter. Awesome, amazing. Much love and shout out to her. So many of you on your birthdays, remember, whatever your birthday is, you're young, you're youthful. Whether you're 64 almost like me or you're in your 20s, always imagine youth is with you. And don't forget, preserving your fertility should be done in your 20s, by the way. So if you can and you're in your 20s, do it. If you know someone to recommend it, but in your 30s and early 40s, it can be done also, by the way. All right, Stephanie, how you doing? And thank you for the shout outs and love to all the CNY Fertility team members, the CNY Fertile Preserve members, the Blue Ocean team, the financial, the fertile financing. We're working with Bankers Health Group to get some other ways to finance your fertility. We still are here for everyone. We may add a little bit extra of a down payment, but we're going to continue that financing for everyone to make it the most amazing place ever. Thank you, everyone, by the way, for all the loves and the likes every day. All right, yes, laparoscopy, Kayla Carroll, for repetitive losses, chronic inflammation, so hysteroscopy, laparoscopy for chronic losses, keto, and Kiltz is keto. That's the home run. Our new magazine's coming out. Remember, sometimes we do throw out a little vegetables. For me, it's French fried potatoes dipped in mayonnaise, maybe some chicken wings dipped in blue cheese with lots of fatty sour cream, by the way. So about 2 minutes remaining. How's everyone doing? Yes, thanks for the shout out to Miss Pilar, by the way. Embryo glue can be used to help for transferring frozen embryos. So just talk to the team, tell them you'd like it. This is about $100, $150 add-on cost. My job isn't to try to make this more expensive. Make it more affordable for everyone in this, by the way. Medication cost, possibly donating eggs. Possibly if you fall into the age group for egg donation. You may be in your under 30 group, PCOS, you may qualify to donate some eggs. If you know someone that can donate some eggs for you, bring them in, shared IVF, we can help with costs. We'll help round it out for everyone, by the way. IUIs with an AMH of 0.79, Shalana, yes. Remember, keep having sex, keep having IUIs, keep doing IVF. Don't give up on your numbers. Your numbers are all just like the stock market. Today it's here, tomorrow it's here, then it's just going like this. In your mind, you find the real treasures of life, by the way. Linda, Douglas, Ronia, sour cream, yes, high fat, remember that. No, this high fat yogurt doesn't exist, by the way. Prometrium work as good as endometrium, yes. Felicia, I think both of them work really well. You have to call the pharmacy they use. Integrity, Metro, Freedom, Village, MD. I mean, we're using those pharmacies out there that are helping. All the IVF places are great. God bless. Bye, guys. My Instagram just went offline. All right, everyone. Thank you. See you next week. God bless and love to everyone. A great 2020 is coming, and we just want to make sure we're celebrating each and every day. I'll see you next week. Dr. Rob Kiltz, the Fertile Fireside Chat. Share this with all your friends and family, by the way. Bye.